Oh, hi there. I wanted to explain the deception that wheat and gluten-free are good things. They have their merits, but all in all, I still don't have an issue with wheat. Um, okay, wheat for most people does not have a lot of nutritional value. But there's a reason why we used it. Because we liked beer. It was a plant that grew easier than other ones that are technically are more nutritious. But the thing is, white people have been eating wheat for thousands of years, and other cultures were not. So it wasn't particularly healthy for them. And some things that are disgusting, they actually like because that's what they ate for thousands of years. That's why their taste buds are different. Now, the problem with wheat is it takes up a lot of water, and for numerous of peoples, it's not very nutritional. And then you got to take into the fact that the wheat farmers, as well as everybody else in history, were a bunch of cunts. So you got people with biased opinions, and there are people who want to abolish beer. And beer has traditionally been known as the cheap alcohol. You can pick up a can of beer for $2, whatever, and it's not a big deal. And it's usually what's distributed. What they will try to do is anyone who's against the argument will try. This is the deception part. What they will try and do is tell you all the historical facts about beer that are disgusting. Like, there's been all kinds of disgusting things in there. Depending on the manufacturer or whatever throughout history. I mean, everything was disgusting, and a lot of things are still disgusting. Um, the thing is, I like beer. Beer is fucking awesome. And, theoretically, if we were, better farmers thousands of years ago, we would have grown different plants that were, better plants as far as nutrition goes, and less costly as far as water consumption and things like that. However, we live in North America, and we don't have to worry about water. I had someone telling me, "Oh, you better get used to, hockey season being warmer," and they were referring to the fact that climate change and blah 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 blah. And I'm like, yeah, it's a little toasty. Okay, a few of the winters in the last 30 years haven't been particularly cold, and we're at the roof of the world, right? Along with Russia and parts of Europe. Or we should really just say that it's that's a long story. We're not going to talk about that one. But I will say that wheat, because we've been eating it for thousands of years, is actually nutritional for white people. It's just not as nutritional for other people. And that's why they deceive people by saying, oh, gluten-free, gluten-free. So, A, you're paying for something that's more. They're telling you not to buy wheat. And I mean, it's pretty easy to trick somebody into not liking wheat by, you just pick up a loaf of Wonder Bread and go, yeah, this is, like, look at this bread, man. It's, like, disgusting. But, there's a lot, as I said, there's lots of disgusting things out there. And, I would rather the wheat fields be properly managed, and beer maybe go up a little bit in value, not a lot, a little bit, proportionately. There will be people who do not like that decision. I mean, I think it's being perfectly reasonable, but as I said, there are other ethnicities that are not used to the palate of the white man, and therefore, it, makes them sick. It's it's not as healthy for them, or not healthy at all for them. They get nothing out of it. And white people kind of did, force them to eat bread for, at least a few hundred years when we first showed up here. At least a few hundred years. I mean, who really knows who was here and who wasn't and all that sort of stuff. I mean, the Vikings, they definitely showed up. And, the Chinese probably, throughout the course of history, probably, were never here. Certainly not in any significant number. I mean, the natives are, just a branch of the Asians. The different type of people. And, control, as it is today, is not in the hands of one person. At least not yet. And, a simple joke like that, and it's benign, it's just a joke. Like, and, there are people who will, like go batshit crazy about that sort of stuff. And, saying that, where everyone can see, it's hilarious. I mean, I find it funny. That people were really against people saying things. And I mean, Josh Brolin, he played Thanos the best of his abilities, and he did a very good job. So okay, we're not going to talk too much about that, but what I'm going to say is that weak guys, that, we can figure something out. But as far as beer going away, no, it is not going away. And, the other ethnicities don't like beer and wheat because, it takes a long time to, evolve to actually, get, good things from something. And, like a lot of these vegetables and fruits and things like that were in their very early stages were not good anyway. But the scientists have figured out how to make fruits and vegetables with a hybrid type, foods that have more nutrition, things like that. And everyone's going, nutrition, nutrition, nutrition. Well, guess what? Yes, you need nutrition, but you can't overload on nutrition. Well, especially if you're white, because the thing is, like, we used to eat the same food over and over and over again. And, changing that all of a sudden will, you'll become dependent on all this nutrition. And everyone is complaining about climate change and water becoming more scarce. Water's not scarce around here. It's the politics behind water that's making water more scarce. The Chinese want our water, and they're saying all kinds of things and trying to get it, and we don't want to give it to them. And, excuse me, but we're not handing the Chinese any water. They can figure out ways of purifying water, which is tedious and takes a long time themselves. But with their whole political structure, it isn't going to happen. Like, they're not to be trusted. And why should we give up our most valuable resource? There are more things I could say about it, but the point is I wanted to make this video relatively short because some of my fans and viewers are cunts and unpleasant people, and some of them are alright. I'm not going to say all of them because that wouldn't be true. That would be a delusion. But, don't worry about it. Beer ain't going nowhere. Anyway, talk to you guys later. Have a good one.